everybody, welcome to the Relentless Pursuit podcast. We're going to be going into 15 signs that you have nervous system dysregulation and 5 things that you can start today to help begin regulating your nervous system. So let's dive right in.
Welcome to the Relentless Pursuit podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Vassar, an online strength and functional nutrition coach, helping high-achieving women optimize their metabolism to get strong, lean, and healthy while healing their gut, hormones, and mindset. In these short episodes, you'll learn how to build a relentless mindset, feel your body properly, train smart, optimize your lifestyle, and create a sustainable routine to heal your body and see incredible results that last. Whether you're new to the gym, need to heal your body from weight loss resistance, or just want to level up your routine, I'm your girl. So grab a cup of coffee and get cozy. Let's dive in.
All right, before I get into the science, I want to go over what nervous system dysregulation is and why you should care about this. So, dysregulation of the nervous system can impede the body's ability to regain health by perpetuating chronic stress responses, exacerbating inflammation, and compromising immune function. Prolonged activation of the sympathetic nervous system due to stress can disrupt homeostasis and hinder the body's healing abilities. Additionally, chronic inflammation results from nervous system dysregulation, which can further exacerbate tissue damage and delay recovery from illness or injury. While compromised immune function increases susceptibility to infections and impedes the body's ability to fight off pathogens. So let's dive into the 15 signs that you have hormonal dysregulation. The first sign is that you have chronic fatigue. This is a big sign that shows up for many individuals when they have nervous system dysregulation because it's one that impedes every part of your life. If you have chronic fatigue, it is difficult to just get through your day most of the time. And as dysregulation of the nervous system progresses, it's just going to get worse and worse. The second sign is chronic pain. Because of the inflammation, it can lead to pain in your joints, nerves, and muscles. And many people will get diagnosed with fibromyalgia or arthritis and think that it's a life sentence, when really, depending on the stage that you're at, of course, focusing on decreasing inflammation can be a really good way to help decrease the symptoms of those issues. Again, depending on the progression, which is why, nipping this in the butt and working on preventative medicine is so important. Now, the second sign is anxiety and irritability. So anxiety is probably, I would say it's the second most common sign that common complaint of people who have nervous system dysregulation. Anxiety could be caused by, a specific event or thing, but that specific event or thing is what could have triggered the dysregulation of your nervous system. And anxiety also is not a life sentence, okay? Just if you got diagnosed with fibromyalgia or something like that, it doesn't have to be a life sentence, and you can either put it in remission, or for things like anxiety, you can help improve your mental health to possibly either manage it better or maybe even get over it. Irritability is also another sign. Typically, anxiety comes with irritability because you tend to have a short temper, you don't have as much patience, and you have a difficult time, dealing with people. The fourth sign is skin conditions. So it could be acne, eczema, dry skin, oily skin, whatever skin condition that you could possibly think about. That can be a sign of a dysregulated nervous system. Again, think about how the dysregulated nervous system affects, the areas of your body. And inflammation is one thing that, typically causes these skin conditions because your body is not working like it should, especially when we're talking about rashes or when we're talking about acne. Inflammation is a really big cause of those issues. Inflammation is not a root cause, but it's one of the causes taken from the root cause, which is stress, that can cause, these skin conditions. Now, the fifth sign is frequent bloating and indigestion. Going back to inflammation and this disruption of homeostasis, when inflammation is wreaking havoc on your body, a very common area that it disrupts is your gut. So while you are focusing on regulating your nervous system, I'm getting ahead of myself right now, you really need to focus on healing your gut. Even if you don't have a ton of terrible symptoms, anything that is less than optimal, not normal, optimal needs to be, focused on, okay? Now, I went over these signs on my Instagram, so if you're coming here from my Instagram, you've most likely already been through these signs. But as promised, I'm going to be giving you the next 10 signs of a dysregulated nervous system. So let's get into it. The sixth sign is pretty simple, but it's feeling overwhelmed. Many people, when their nervous system is dysregulated, they just feel overwhelmed. They feel chaotic. They feel like their life is just completely like going. They can never catch up. Even if maybe they're not even doing too much, they still feel overwhelmed, even if it's just like a few things that they need to do. Even if it's just day-to-day tasks like cleaning their house or apartment or anything like that, they get easily overwhelmed. The seventh sign is experiencing sleep problems like falling asleep during the day, waking up during the night, sleeping too little, sleeping too much. Difficulty falling asleep is a very common one. Maybe even, being diagnosed with insomnia. These are signs that you have a dysregulated nervous system. The eighth sign is feeling increased alertness. So this kind of goes along with anxiety, but you're going to feel a lot more alert. You're most likely going to react a little bit more dramatic than many people think that you should in certain situations, like if someone scares you or if there's like a weird noise that like freaks you out or something like that. You could experience increased alertness in that way because your nervous system is dysregulated. It will react to things that are completely safe as not safe. So, you'll be like jumping at stuff. I noticed that a lot when my nervous system was dysregulated. Any tiny little noise I would like jump at. I would feel anxious like every time I would go on a walk. It was not a good time. The next thing is you may notice feelings of being dissociated or emotionally disconnected. If you haven't experienced this, it's a little bit hard to explain, but pretty much you feel like there's like levels to this. Like in some areas you could just kind of feel like you're like floating in a cloud in a way. Other areas you could literally feel like you're not even in your body, or in other areas you just have difficulty connecting to maybe your work, maybe connecting to your loved ones, maybe even connecting to yourself, or even like focusing on what you're doing. And then the next one is having difficulty maintaining lasting and satisfying relationships. So you can probably guess, as I was talking about before, because you're having these feelings of dissociation or being emotionally disconnected, maybe irritability, mood swings, whatever, this can make it difficult for you to maintain lasting and satisfying relationships. Because if you're not able to connect with yourself, if you're not able to focus, and if you're not able to regulate your emotions to be able to react to things good, this can lead to putting a strain on your relationships. The 11th sign is having sensitivity to touch, sound, or smell. I'm not going to go into this too much because there's a lot of different areas that I could touch on here. But if you notice that like certain touches you don't like, certain surfaces you just can't deal with, or certain sounds, maybe if it's like too loud or the sound's like weird, you just can't handle it. Or if you find that you're really sensitive to smells, either like super strong smells or not strong smells. Like for an example, when I had really bad nervous system dysregulation, like perfumes, I could literally not stand up. Like smells of like other people's houses, like if it was something that I wasn't used to, my nose like couldn't handle. So different things like that are some things that are a sign of having a nervous system dysregulation. This could be a sign of something else like toxicity, which was also involved in my specific scenario too. But if you have a dysregulated nervous system, you'll most likely notice some sort of sensitivity to touch, sound, and or smell. Now, next thing is you have sore muscles in the neck and shoulder area. Probably don't need to explain this one, right? If you're holding tension, if you're feeling dysregulated, if you're feeling anxious, a lot of it is either stored in the neck and shoulders. The other area that it can get stored in is also the back. So you may also notice back pain. You can also hold tension in your head, which can cause headaches. Headaches can also be caused by, other reasons as well. You'll also notice like tense jaw or clenched teeth, again for the same reason, because you're holding so much tension in your body. So those are the 15 signs that you have nervous system dysregulation. So how can you begin working on regulating your nervous system? Well, this is something that I teach my clients through my 4R system in my online one-on-one health coaching program, okay? But before you can even get into the specifics of regulating your nervous system, building connections and expanding your capacity to manage stress, you really need to get the foundations down, okay? But when it comes to regulating your nervous system, this shouldn't be like a journey where you like put a bunch of stuff on your plate trying to regulate your nervous system. The first thing that I want you to do when you identify that you do need to work on regulating your nervous system is to take a step back. First thing that I have my clients do when beginning their journey of regulating their nervous system is to focus on setting boundaries. Many people who have a dysregulated nervous system tend to be people pleasers. They tend to be the yes girls. They tend to be, they tend to be people pleasers and wanting to do everything for everyone and never saying no. Now, this can be detrimental to your health because then you'll find that you're not able to take time to rest. You're not able to take time to focus on your health, and then you're always just doing things for other people. And that's amazing. I love helping other people, that's why I'm here, right? But it's really important to make sure that you maintain your own boundaries so that you're able to optimize your health, optimize your energy, optimize your nervous system, and optimize your, emotional regulation so that you're able to better support these people, so that you're able to actually build lasting and close relationships because you'll be able to connect to people better, so that you're able to have more energy to just help other people, do things with your kids, do things for your community, do things for your friends, whatever. If you aren't able to take care of yourself, those aspects will fall on the wayside and you will end up with horrible health, making it really difficult for you to even think of supporting the people that you love or your community. So, with that being said, the first thing that I highly recommend doing is setting clear boundaries. This is something that I specifically teach for my clients when they first come into my program. The second thing that I recommend doing is utilizing your breath. Breathing has been one of the most scientifically proven ways to help get into the parasympathetic state and relax your body. One that I found to be really helpful that I learned from Dr. Huberman is breathing in quickly, breathing in like a little bit more, and then breathing out for double the amount of time that you breathed in for. So how I like to implement it is I'll breathe in for 4 seconds, breathe in a little bit more, and then breathe out for 8 seconds. That I have found to be extremely helpful in helping me get back into a parasympathetic state and relax. No matter what's going on, no matter how stressed I am, if something's like making me like super anxious, super alert, if I'm able to implement this breathing technique, I'm able to, of course, it's not gonna fix all my problems, but in the moment, it's going to help me ground myself. But it will help me connect to myself and the world around me and help me be able to make decisions and act in a way that I would more want to act than if I was going to act in the state that I was. Then if I were to act in that anxious and alert state, right? So that is the second thing that I recommend doing in beginning your journey of regulating your nervous system. Little voice crack, sorry. Now, the third thing that I recommend doing is moving your body. So whether this is like, okay, I'm gonna go walk outside 30 minutes per day, or if it's like, oh, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling very alert, I'm feeling like I'm in that red zone of like the alertness elevator, I need to calm down, right? So you could intentionally make sure that you get outside is optimal, but if you have to do it inside, that's okay. But I would recommend getting outside, moving for 10, 20, 30 minutes or more. Maybe if you need to relax even more, maybe go on a full-on hike, I don't know. But I highly recommend moving your body. Other ways that people have found, and other things that people have found to be really helpful in doing this is through like yoga or stretching. That has been found to help people in getting back to a calm state. So that's another thing that you can implement. Or if you really just need to like go at it, go to the gym, lift it out, right? Moving your body is really helpful in helping your body manage emotions and helping get back into a parasympathetic state. Some people, now it depends on where you are in your nervous system dysregulation journey. If you're in the beginning, I don't recommend using super high intensity exercises to help get back into a regulated state. That really is case dependent. However, for most individuals, I recommend doing a lower intensity exercise. Strength training, totally fine. If maybe you're super dysregulated, right? I would probably recommend maybe just doing like lower intensity type strength training instead of like going super hard at it, because we don't want to put too much stress on your body. But anyway, move your body every single day. I don't care what exactly you do, just do something that will help you get back into the parasympathetic state and help you calm down and get more connected to you, get more connected to your environment. Now, the fourth thing that I recommend implementing is making sure that you're drinking enough water. What? Yeah. Hydration is something that many people skip out on, and we need to stop this, right? Water is extremely important for you. So make sure that you get that water in, okay? And then the fifth thing that I recommend doing is making sure that you're optimizing your nutrition. When it comes to inflammation, making sure that you're optimizing your nutrition is so important. This goes just beyond like making sure that you're hitting your macros. This goes into like making sure that you keep your blood sugar regulated, you fuel your body to help lower inflammation, and of course you make sure that you're getting enough fiber, protein, carbohydrate, fats, and making sure that you're eating at least 80% whole foods to make sure that your body is getting a good source of nutrients. So those are the 15 signs that you have nervous system dysregulation and the 5 things that I recommend implementing now to help begin in regulating your nervous system. If you have any questions or if you want to learn how I can help you regulate your nervous system to be able to lose fat and build muscle while eliminating bloating, chronic fatigue, and restrictive eating, I got you. Go to the link below to learn more about my coaching and apply to work with me. We'll hop on a quick call to learn more about you, your goals, and what you need to do to achieve them. That way we can ensure that this is the right fit for you and your goals and what you need to do to help heal your body. I will talk soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you guys.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Relentless Pursuit podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow for more. If you have a question, feel free to shoot me a DM on my Instagram at Rachel's Fitness LLC with 2 A's. Until next time, be relentless.